All right, we're back with week 2 of the KTP Season 2 Dodcast. It's me, Corey, Jag, and Marco, Tony Compton, and special guest this week, Matt Rogers. Say hi, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Matt.
It's a pleasure to be here, fellas.
Always a pleasure to have you. So
what a week we had.
Yeah, that was a crazy week. There was some very interesting match results, which we will get into this week. We are beginning the official recap of the previous week's matches. But before that, I think Tony's got a PSA for just everybody.
Yeah, guys, just a heads up, captains especially, make sure you have a client scheme. Look at these screenshots. And I'm not calling anyone out specifically. You can kind of see this one a little better because it's black. But yeah, look at Scotty's here. No offense, Scotty. Hate to throw you under the bus, but like I could barely read these scores, guys.
Yeah.
Look at these up here.
Tell me what any of these scores.
My eyesight's terrible. So go to dodmovies.net, or I think we even have client schemes on the KTP Google Drive. I'm not 100% sure on that. Get yourselves a client scheme. Corey, can we show what a client scheme looks like here? Do we have any screenshots with the client scheme?
Yeah. Jared's.
Yeah, these are a little easier. If you open original, it's clearer to see there. But yeah, you see how the client scheme has them darker with a nice blue banner going across. It highlights the numbers. It's much easier to read. So yeah, client schemes, guys, please get them. And if you notice your captain's turning in screenshots without a client scheme and you have one, maybe message me, let me turn them in.
Yell at him.
Yeah, yell at him.
Rumor has it that Jared never dropped 53 until he got a client scheme.
That's what I heard.
That is also true. We have heard this.
I cannot confirm or deny his secrets, though.
Were those week 1 stats?
No, those were last season stats.
I was about to go crazy.
I'm living in the past.
Okay, but yeah, that's all I had to say. Client schemes and you.
Yeah.
Look into that, people, please. Thank you very much.
Do it.
And we can get straight into our silver recap from that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pretty much what we thought would happen happened this week, but there was one major upset, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that was Love Me Not versus Washed Up.
We got that one right.
Yeah, we did. And I don't think did we end up casting that? Did you cast that one?
No, I didn't, because they were playing at the same time as us, so we missed
That's right.
It was close, though.
You could look at these scores here. Love Me Not did not cap out as much as I thought they would on Allies.
No, they didn't. And even one cap out would have made the difference.
So I'm wondering if this was just a bullet fodder hold from hell, you know?
It could have been.
Everyone pick a corner and just hold an angle.
Right. And in the other half, I know, let's see, we got Arachnid dropping a 40 on Allies. I did say in the predictions, watch out for this motherfucker. And look at him. He's dropping bombs.
This guy could be huge in Silver this season. You know about this guy, Matt?
I fear him.
Don't we all?
Just in the couple scrims and 12-mans I've played against him, he's an absolute nightmare.
Literally.
Pun intended.
Yes. Because, yeah.
Nightmare Jr.
He is basically Nightmare
Nightmare Senior.
He's going to piss me off.
Yeah, I was shocked. Not shocked, but just, I guess, pleasantly surprised to see that he was dominating as hard as he did on Allies.
Yeah.
I did want to mention on this map, Washed Up was heading in with 5 with no clear 6 with like 10 minutes to go before the match, and Bullet pulled Ben Sane out of his ass, pulled him out of the retirement home, took the walker out of his hands, threw the cape on him and sent him out, and the guy played really well. Both halves.
Benjamin Riepel, DOD legend.
Former Cal admin extraordinaire.
He is a god of the game, and he actually came back and basically, yeah, he went positive overall after not touching the game.
I'm not even sure he's played in drafts recently.
I don't think so, not that I recall.
So this
he's more of a PUBG superstar these days.
Yeah.
Well, at least so he's getting some FPS play.
Right, yeah. Still, DOD, like, if I just play CSGO all the time and then I come play DOD, I suck at DOD because it's different mechanics. So I don't know how he did that, but he pulled it off, and it definitely was a big difference maker for Washed Up and upsetting these boys. Well, I'll be curious to see if they can recreate that this week against, who is it, The Price is Right?
Yeah, Washed Up, plays Price is Right this week. We'll get into that a little later.
Yeah.
And I still have high hopes for this Let Me Not Quit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
With Devin, Colin, Low Carb, Wydra, Hambuga.
I'm not out on them yet.
No, I'm definitely not. I think they maybe slept on Washed Up a little bit, but this team could still be very good.
And class-wise, like, I don't think they really have classes figured out. I know Hambuga sniped, which, you know, he didn't really know how to snipe Harrington. I think he probably should have just rifled from what I saw. You know, he looks like he's a really good rifle. So I figure week 2 and 3, they'll figure their shit out.
I don't know, Matt, have you guys scrimmed these guys at all? Let me not.
We, I think, have played them one time, and I think we put them in the dirt.
The Undertaker.
Yeah, I think they're just, their roles aren't defined. They don't really know what they're doing.
They're figuring it out on the fly, but I think that will be a wake-up call for them, because they definitely thought that they weren't going to run into too many issues in Silver, and to lose their first match by 12 points hurts.
Yeah, it's a real punch in the nose.
It is. Or the dick, for that matter. That feels like a dick punch to me.
Yeah, I will say Washed Up, they had a huge win, but I'm still a little worried about them. Like, their heavies are really good on one half and then kind of both disappearing the next, so clearly they need some STG work. I don't know, maybe War Within needs to try the UNT. I think Modric will back me up here. Sometimes the UNT is just the way to go on Axis.
That thing, it's made with black magic. I don't understand it.
Sometimes it's shooting blanks. Sometimes you get 2 headshots with 1 bullet across the map, not even aiming at them.
People don't even realize what it's like on LAN anymore. But I guess it's irrelevant in this day and age.
Well, until Vegas LAN 2023.
2027. We'll see
when
you
Tox
guys
takes
there.
everyone's money.
Yeah. That's how
But
he
yeah,
feels
very
about
close
it.
win for Washed Up. We won't stick too long to this one.
13
Great win,
points.
Washed Up. We see you out here doing it.
Right, do it next week too.
All right, that goes to our match of the week next.
Which was Dreamworks
Silver.
and Sleepers, yeah. That was a good match. That was a really fun match to watch. I'll find the screenshots here. But I can tell you, just from having casted it, there was fireworks, baby. Rods almost aced on allies. He had a 5K at sandbag spawn in like 5 seconds. It was like pistol, car, pistol.
How hilarious was this match with the Axis dominating both halves?
Yeah, I know. It's so odd. What is
it? It was chaos.
Yeah.
Like, after first half, I'm like, okay, well, Sleepers just is winning by 500. And then Dreamworks is capping out on Axis, you know?
I guess
and I'm
they
like,
didn't
maybe we
dominate.
have a match here.
118 to 109 was a little bit closer than I remembered, but it felt like, because Missoura was all over him on Axis.
Yeah, Missoura was hitting huge shots.
He had some really fucked up movie clips that had me pissing my pants there. Like, I don't even know what to say about the one. It was like 3 really fucked up no-scope flick shots. Like, I was jealous of that movie clip, damn it.
Sleeper.
DreamWorks feels like a team that if you give them 2 more weeks, if they're actually a little bit active, could be, a team that's going to win silver.
Absolutely. They have so much talent and guys who played Invite for their entire careers. And all it's going to take is them with a tiny bit of activity to get some consistency on their side, and they will be, like, there's no way anybody competes with them in that division if they're playing actively.
I've also got to think there's got to be good Brazilian players out there ready to be picked up.
Right?
There's still a lot of heavyweights players last season that are not playing right now.
That's true. Rafinha,
including Ney Marcos, who was the best player on that team.
Yep. Matt, obviously, on Sleepers, dropping bombs for Sleepers this week, too, as Tony Compton predicted he would.
Yeah, I just knew that was going to be a huge boost to them. Chi was always a solid heavy, could do his own, hold his own, but he never had that partner with him, so he kind of ends up going like 30 and 30 instead of like getting closer to 40 and 25 or something like that. But now he's got that guy. He's got a guy that can hold the whole lane down by himself.
He does.
Matt's very good
for real. Chai did great too, 34 and 27 with the
I thought Chai played really well.
25-28 with the bar, a little less, but still. It looks like Vanok actually top fragged overall. Busting out the rifle work. He's good with every weapon, so really, really well done by Sleepers there. I was impressed. And really well done by DW. I did not expect anything from them because I was under the impression that none of them had played at all in like however many years, so I had low expectations. But of course, Rods came out looking like Rods of old. Missoura looked like Missoura of old. Casino was getting better as the match went on. Silly Hand, when he actually had a rifle in his hands, looked great. And C looked really good on the heavies as well. He actually might have top fragged for them over. No, Rod's definitely top fragged. Wait, what did C have? He was close, but Rod's got the top frag overall. So that was a 142-point win for them. So don't let that score trip you up, because Dreamworks, given just a little bit of activity, will be godly.
Yeah, and 142 on Harrington. That's closer than you think.
Yeah, that's like nothing. So yeah, on with the next one, No-Go and CIS, which I also did cast.
Yeah, the first match of the year.
Yeah, that was the opener right there. And it was fun. CIS, brand new team. No-Go, obviously, full of vets. They got a little different roster. But I think CIS impressed everyone. Like, the score, fuck it, whatever. They went out there and proved that they have more than enough, like, baseline talent to become a really good team.
The fact that they got this much better in just, like, a week and a half on this map is crazy.
Seriously. You played them a little bit, right, Matt?
Yeah, we've scrimmed them. I've watched a couple scrims where they've gone against gold teams.
Yeah.
And it seems like those guys will just go out and scrim somebody and get beat by 800 and ask for a rematch.
They do, yeah. They always ask us for a rematch, and we're like, all right, fine.
I love it, dude.
Me too.
They're here to play. They're trying to learn. You can tell watching their match, they've already learned a lot of grenades. They're learning more angles. They're just going to keep getting better.
Exactly.
I think they even asked to use our server to practice nades.
They did, yeah.
Hell yeah, use it. Go for it.
We set it all up for them and everything, and they made the most of it. They showed vast improvements in such a short span of time, and they won their allied half. Like 2 weeks ago, you had told me this team that just came into the league and, as far as we knew, hadn't played DoD ever, was going to end up winning a half in the first match of the season, I'd have been like, I'm sure. But they did, and they look great. A little bit less lucky on Axis half, but, that'll just come with experience.
Yeah, the KKF guy, he's got a good shot.
Yeah, he does.
And he was going like 10 and 30 when we first played him. So.
Yeah, lots of improvements, vast improvements. Their STG's had a little bit of trouble, but that's Harrington.
They've got a lot of aimers on that squad. Yeah. You can tell.
Riley has good aim. Azilla has good aim. Really, all of them had good aim. And with that ping, no less. It's crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, on the second half, No-Go heavies did go in full takeover mode.
Yeah, they both
Spoon
had
and Fincher
40s.
both over 40. Yeah,
Oof.
and that's kind of where the struggling STGs came into play there, and that kind of that's why, like I said to Matt, pick up the own in that situation. Like, just if the STG is not hitting, switch it up.
Right, and that can happen a lot on Harrington. It feels like to me. And they even sent a Car Mountain to try to equalize that ahead of time, which I was impressed to see that they made that adjustment on the fly. It didn't work out in their favor, but first week, as far as we know, they've only been playing DoD for the last, 13 days or something, so I expect to see them just get better and better.
Yeah, if they played this week 8 instead of week 1, it's a closer match.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I look forward to seeing what they look like in 4 or 5 weeks here, or at the end of the season come playoff time, because I think that they're going to be much improved with the way that they've been playing and trying to get better. They're committed to it. Much like Sleepers last season. Sleepers at the start, you didn't know what to expect out of them, and then they turned out to be the most active team in the game, and slowly but surely is just skyrocketing in their results from the base talent that they had. And I think that'll be the story with CIS this season, too.
Not to take anything away from No-Go, who played really well.
They did, yeah. No-Go looked great.
And big shout out to Deidro. He had 2 huge halves.
He did. Rifling, yep. Karin and Durandon.
All the talk has been about who's going to replace Sick in that role. And Dro has said, don't worry about it. I got it so far.
And Yanni on the car, too.
Yanni as well. Yanni played very well.
Good for Yanni. Maybe I'll get to snipe one day.
And he didn't even want to snipe Harrington. That's I got to remind everyone. He may be sniping most for No-Go this season, but he did not want to snipe Harrington.
Yeah, who does want to snipe Harrington? Not I. Only Arachnid, it turns out. All right. So on to the next. We got Moose Knuckles versus Fast Loris. About a 260-ish point win there for Fast Loris.
If I'm not mistaken, Stealth had the most frags of anyone this week.
Really?
In this match.
By a lot.
I
Damn.
think No Name was a little closer than I thought to him, but I've got Stealth at 95 frags this week.
Holy shit! Yeah, he
And
did.
I don't think anyone else is within 5 of that.
Kevin popped off.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Holy shit! What a half by this guy.
What the fuck?
He just turned the clocks back here or something. I don't know what happened, but
Who was the sniper on this team?
that I'm not sure.
I don't know either. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what their score. I mean, none of the scores look that bad that you would think the other sniper was dropping almost 100 kills on them. But hey, it happened.
Yeah, I'd almost like to see those demos.
Jesus.
just to see where he was going. He had to be getting 5 kills alive or something.
yeah.
I don't even.
I
Must have been
feel
a
really
wild
good
half.
about myself with like 33 kills on Axis side of Harrington, and he got 44.
He had 53.
Or yeah, 50. He had 51 on
51.
Yeah, on Allies and 44
Allies.
on Axis. Allies
Oh.
I can understand because you have a lot of time where you can just peek. You know, you're picking mountain and white steps, so the kills come a little bit quicker. But on Axis side, it's like you usually just get 2 kills at a time. Maybe he just did that
Also-
22 times.
Shout out Hey Hi.
Yeah, had a great
Solid
great
heavy
match.
halves,
Yep.
both halves. I think
Twist
Twist
looked
is heavy
good.
in with him too, so
Yeah.
that's some good chemistry there.
Right, everybody came and did their jobs by the look of it. Moose Knuckles, we didn't know what to expect at all. Looks like Quack Duck had himself a good game, and
Yeah,
everybody
Quack
else
Duck.
was decent.
See, I think Moose Knuckles is going to be getting better as the season goes along.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it.
did want to mention their tag looks good.
I
and that was,
like
that
it.
was our main concern going into this
Yes.
season.
The tag is excellent, in fact, I would say.
I don't know, Matt. What do you think about Fast Loris? Is this team a sleeper contender here, and we don't know it yet?
I think they can be. You know, if they practice, they're very, very active. I think if they can get that synergy down and Kevin just keeps dropping bombs like he is, they could definitely be a contender at the end of the season.
Right, absolutely.
I will say they really ruined the potential conspiracy we had brewing here. If you look at the schedule here, Core, they're the only home team to win
Oh, yeah,
in both divisions.
that's true.
And I'm assuming TD St. Elmo's going to win, and their away team
Right.
as well.
Yeah, that's
What a
great.
conspiracy that would have been.
Wow.
We would have had admins being added instantly,
I would
probably by
love
me.
to see that. Yeah, I would have
So,
loved to see that.
Fast Loris, you might have saved the season by winning.
You saved DOD with that
You
W.
saved DOD with that win.
Kevin Stealth Gardner is a hero. What a stud. God damn, 95 kills with a sniper.
So again, I don't think anyone beat that.
No,
on the week.
I mean, I thought Jared might have been the top fragger until I saw that.
No, I knew Kevin Stealth Gardner had it.
God damn, good for you, Stealth. Bring it back.
And then last match was the bye. Price is Right.
Yeah, they
and they
smoked
did
him.
bye. If you go over to the standings real quick, this is kind of funny. Price is Right is in third with bye. Just how the points work.
That's great. Point differential working out for him.
I was wondering if you think about it, the point, everyone gets the 150 for bye, right?
Yeah,
Well, some people are going to get it on like low scoring maps, right? Like
True.
Shamil.
true.
Like, wouldn't you want that 150 on Shamil?
You
and
would
a
think
bye?
so, right?
And maybe I'm wrong here.
You
Maybe
mean Thunder?
Thunder gets kind of high scoring. I think they kind of changed the config.
Oh, yeah. It used to be like you'd get 30 to 27 on Donner, so.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
everyone would get that 150, but
That
it's
is
like, Price is
kinda
Right
cute.
looking good after 1 week
Absolutely.
of not playing.
Those studs. As
Yeah,
expected.
that's silver. And we were 3-1 this week in silver, Corey.
We
I think
were.
Modgers would have picked everyone we picked too. So we're gonna call you 3-1.
Yeah, we'll
too,
call
Matt.
it 3.
I'll take it.
Any last thoughts on silver, Matt?
No, I'm pleasantly surprised by some of the matchups, and I love seeing how active everybody's been.
Right, I love that shit.
Last thing I wanted to say was this is what I love about what the admins have been doing to keep silver in the the atmosphere that it is right now. Insane hasn't played in 10 years.
Yeah,
He just showed up and was a huge factor in that match
that's DOD,
against
baby.
what was considered a top 3 team in the division. So
Right?
that's what
Arguably number 1.
I wanted silver to be. I wanted silver to be a place where some Joe Schmo could come back from 10 years out, get in there, find a team, play a match, and not just hate it. He's not playing against
Right.
T3 or Icy Hot Thunder, one of those teams where they're gonna run it up.
Dealing with Taylor and Milo.
Unless they want to, unless they
Yeah.
want to get a shot at that. So right now I'm really happy with where Silver's at.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing.
But let's get into gold.
Right? Yeah, stepping it on over to these bad boys. There is still one match not played, so this recap is incomplete.
I think we do have that scheduled for Saturday or Sunday this week.
Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, I think Sunday.
So yeah, I don't even know if that'll be casted, maybe, but we'll see.
It depends on what time it is, I guess, because we have a match, I think, at like 3.
I think it's at 10 Eastern Sunday night.
Yeah, so I can cast that.
Yeah, we might be able to get to that one.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, we play early, so we'll definitely. Oh, this will be a good cast week for you, actually.
Yeah. We get our match out of the way nice and early, and then I can do everyone else in the butt.
All right, big. Matt, try to calm yourself. Phil, we are going to start Slow Loris versus Icy Hot. Damn, big showing week 1 by Icy Hot. I mean, I don't think anyone's surprised here by the score, but I gotta say, man, B's coming in cold as fuck and doing what he does. Is there anyone else in the game that can do that at the level he does?
He is a rifle extraordinaire, and
there's not many. I mean, I haven't even seen him rifle in like a season. So
he's a natural. He should, like him heavying, I think, was just to make it easier on everybody else. He was trying to give himself a challenge, but when he doesn't feel like doing that, he just rifles and drops bombs.
We told Bees, we're like, dude, listen, you got a rifle for us. You got a rifle, and he's like, man, I don't want to hurt everybody's feelings. He's like, you know what? I'll third. I'll try to make it fair.
Give him a chance. That's a nice guy, Mitch.
And Sick is the type of gentleman who would have probably conceded a car to him.
For sure.
But he's actually, Sick is a car star.
That he is.
That might have just hurt the team more had he taken the car out of Sick's hands.
Right. Mitchell's always trying to do what's best for the team, and it worked out.
Yeah. So hats off to Bees. Low-key MVP for me. I'm a little biased.
Absolutely.
But I also did want to mention Vertex. That guy is insane. Did he drop below 30 kills a half all week, Matt, in scrims?
30? You mean 40?
Yeah.
I ranked for you guys once, and he had 40 both halves.
He had 80 here in the match, so he was 40 and a half there, too.
He's insane, and I love him.
He is insane for sure.
Bear at 32 and 17, looking good.
Yeah,
Jesse
I like this lineup.
Heavy, right?
I think Kanga Heaving's the way.
Yep, we did say that, too. We called it. And what was the final score looking like? It was, like 300? Yeah.
Yeah, and that has them in first right now in gold after
point
differential.
Damn.
So I think Icy Hot's happy with that opener.
I'd say so.
We were pleasantly surprised with how the result turned out.
I know how that goes.
And
standing, there they are.
Just a balanced showing from Icy Hot. No one looking like they're getting carried. Everyone playing.
Yeah, look, almost everybody had 30 on
Everyone's fragging. Yeah, Axis was really big.
The lowest score is the Bear at 24 and 23. Like, that's the worst player score-wise here.
And just to look at Slow Loris real quick, Hildy, Hopper, Namas, Kev, Chris, all of them had a solid half at least.
Yeah.
So they just got to put it together. Like, they've all got to get a whole game in where they can do that across the whole map. And, like, you got to see Namas do more with the Grand. Like, he's a good car. You got to work on the Grand a little bit more. Hopper, he's a good bar. He's got to work on his STG a little bit more. You see there, I think he was, 1823 there with the STG.
Yeah, with the STG.
Kev looked really good with the Grand, I believe there. Yeah, not so good with the car.
I'll say Slow Loris ended up sending Chris to Mountain with the K98, and he was an absolute monster.
Yeah, that he is known for his monstrosityness.
He gave us a real hard time over there.
I'm sure Love Me Not is wishing that they hadn't lost him.
Yeah, I don't think they're happy about him moving on. But
I don't think anyone.
He's probably a gold player, so
no one in gold's going to be happy about it either. So, we have to deal with it, unfortunately. And then what did we have?
How was the preparation for that week, Matt? Did you guys? I feel like you scrimmed a decent amount, but I wouldn't put it like crazy amount.
I'd say I watched your all's Dodcast, and what you said was pretty accurate. It's a little tough for us to get 6 guys on at the same time, where we're kind
Yeah.
of all over the place. People have families and jobs and all that shit. So as a team, I think we only got to scrim twice.
Damn. It looked like a well-oiled machine.
As your full 6, yeah.
Yeah, we've had 4 people with ringers, 5 people with ringers, but as a full 6, maybe 2 times.
Damn. Thunder has no excuse for not being in first place with how much we scrim compared to that.
I think maybe we had a little bit tougher of a matchup, but still.
All right.
I think Icy Hot is for real.
Hey, we're here to play.
Yeah. Here to chill and have fun. I like it.
Tony's got the KTE ready for that one.
Our original team name was Chill Guys That Want to Frag.
I was pretty upset when you changed it, if I'm going to be honest.
The best one right there.
I even messaged Chick. I was like, "You guys are dead to me." But then I see how it grew on me. I saw the sponsorship potential with Shaquille,
right?
So
and it rolls off the tongue,
Maybe Shaq moves you guys all into the house, puts your little gamer pad together.
That's what we're going for.
Who is the one NBA player that owns like a CS team? Rick Fox, is it?
I think he bailed out of that.
Echo Fox. Yeah, I think so too. He's got better things to do. Like bang broads or whatever.
Icy Hot, big win.
Yeah, big time. First place for those guys.
Next week is a huge matchup. We're going to get to that. But, Matt, we're going to kind of give you the reins here.
We're already at 26 minutes, by the way, Tony, so we really
I don't care.
The ball.
If we hit, I'm going for 2 hours. I don't care anymore. It's the Dodcast. It's going to run.
Look at the time.
It's going to run as long as it runs, damn it. Okay, I will try to speed things up here, and we'll just hit Thunder PMC real quick here. And before I turn over to Matt, I do want to say, GG's. Big shout out to Tox and J-Rod for us.
Yeah.
They both played their asses off.
Don't forget your boy.
And I was going to get to my boy. Jules, the just relentless consistency is what I describe him as. Like, he has no issues wherever he goes. But yeah, with that being said, Matt, I hope you got to see this.
Well, unfortunately, we played at the exact same time.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
But I just like to go on record and say that you made PMC look like little bitch boys.
Oh.
And that's what we're gonna do to him this week.
Boom.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you said it. We try to stay impartial here on the Dodcast, not bring up too much drama, but it was a little questionable performance from some of their players. But
I'm putting it out there, full speed ahead. We're gonna put Paul Kuhn 6 feet in the ground.
In the ground, Undertaker.
Putting him down.
You heard it here first, exclusive on the Dodcast.
And it was a fun match, honestly. Like, I'm not even worried about it. I think Tox came out and did what he was planning on doing, which was taking over the fucking match.
Pretty much,
and dropping 50 plus on allies.
That's how he rolls.
Typical Tox fashion.
And I do want to mention, at one point, Corey was screaming to cap mid towards the end of the second half, and Tox shot him, ran up white, and kept going for kills.
Yeah, because he was close to 50, so he wanted the 50.
That's the type of leadership we have in Thunder.
Very high level. Frag horn till we die. I like it.
You can't argue with that.
No.
I do want to mention, I thought CK and Element both played pretty well on the other side, especially Element granding Mountain.
CK got a lot of nade kills.
Jules wasn't happy about that, and that's usually a sign that you're playing pretty well.
Exactly, yeah.
And we're Doritos just kind of now hitting his stride, so I don't even think Thunder's begun to peak.
We haven't even begun to peak.
If Doritos just now getting into his stride, I'm afraid for what the future holds.
Yeah,
I think his car is there. His grand is like 80% of what it was, but he's right there. I mean, and 80% of what it was is still a top 5 grand, I think, in the game.
His grand is freaky, man.
But let's move on. PMC Thunder, GG.
Yeah.
Easy win. Clinic versus TD St. Elmo, as we said.
Undone.
That's coming soon. We still both are taking TD St. Elmo. I imagine you are as well, Matt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nothing against Clinic. I love those guys, but God,
that team.
Having scrimmed TD St. Elmo a little bit this week and last week, they're better than they were last year.
Yeah.
Or last season.
Go figure.
So, not happy about that.
No.
All right, but moving on. Over versus Typical, our match of the week.
Yes. And
it lived up to the hype.
It was.
Holy shit. Did it live up to the hype?
It was a good one. We had just an outright frag battle between Milo and No Name, dropping bombs on each other. Milo ended up winning by 1 kill, I believe, in that battle, if I recall correctly. Let's see. No Name 39 on Axis. Why can't I click off? There we go. I went back to the same half. Okay. No Name 40, I think that is. So 79, whereas Milo was 40 on Axis.
I think No Name had 2 on him, like you said, yeah.
And
Yeah, No Name had 79.
And Milo
had 77.
I can't see it.
It's
Yeah,
37
77.
77.
What have we talked about doing math on the Dodcast, Corey?
I mean, I just can't see. You know,
I know,
can't
that's
see.
and that comes back to our PSA. I'll bring it back. Client schemes. What are they? Figure it out.
Yeah.
Install them, please.
You're right.
If you don't know what it is, message me.
He did. He beat him by 2. So
yeah. So I mean, those 2 are 2 of the best fraggers in gold.
Yes, and Milo. Imagine if he had been in silver, how many kills he would have got.
I think Milo was making a little statement there that he's here and Typical's here for some wins.
Yeah, they got one.
They got one against a really good team. Now,
yeah,
was that the over that we've seen mostly? I think it was a little rusty.
They were just missing Cum.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I besides No Name, the rest of them looked a little rusty. Like Sokka and Mata looked a little slower than usual.
Right.
Caffrey was definitely rusty.
Yeah, that's for sure. Why can't I click off this thing? The fuck? But yeah, I mean, I say hashtag typical worst to first. So, you know, I'm going to take their side on everything here because they're going worst to first. But over, nobody besides No Name really fragged.
I think that addition with Milo is just going to take them to the next level.
Yeah, and they added greets on top of that, too. So, like, what the fuck?
And the team was already underrated good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they obviously had a rough regular season last season, but Cage brought them right up to that, you know, gold standard, if you will.
Literally.
And now they've added Milo and Greets, and Greets isn't even playing, and they're winning pretty handily. Not handily, but they're beating teams that they would have been crushed by last season.
Right, and they're doing it easily.
On maps that, you know, over is considered one of their S-tier maps.
Yeah.
So that's a scary win. Typical is, God, and now we get to play them next week. So
you're to frag, baby.
Yeah, looking forward to that. GG's for Typical over. We hope you guys bounce back nice next week. We like you guys a lot.
Hashtag fuck Jules. We're at 32 minutes already. We haven't
Any final
predicted
thoughts
a single
on
match.
gold, Matt? Week 1?
Not a whole lot. It was, I think, over versus Typical was probably my match of the week, just kind of based on how back and forth it was.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I was a little surprised with how PMC came out. I know they were going against you guys, but I expected a little bit more points from them.
Yeah, they had a rough one in opening week on Harrington last season, too. Like, Till got 98 or something kills against them, and they lost by, like, 400.
Yeah.
So
I think Harrington's not
slow
their map.
starters, yeah.
Yeah, I look for them to pick that up and bounce back.
No doubt
I wouldn't be
about
surprised if they end up banning it come playoff time.
Right.
They get that option.
And it could have been like they had Kaboom playing, who's a good player, but they were missing 9, who's a little bit of like an IGL presence for them, and that can make a big difference.
And 9's just one of those flag hunters, you know. He's gonna go get the flag. He doesn't care so much about the frags as capping flags and running his route and trying to help his team win.
Right, yeah. MILF Hunter 9. I mean, flag.
He's just gonna prone somewhere and like neg you and
be
a bitch, but you know. So 9, they missed you. Hopefully they get you back soon. All right, let's get into Halle. I know we're already running a little long here, but you know,
a little.
We're gonna start silver. Real quick about Halle. We're not going to be doing any type of overview or talking about the map because Corey Price has been working on that.
Yes.
So you guys should definitely go check that out. He's been putting in a lot of effort into these. Not only just map overviews, but also just kind of videos to help new players. So if you're kind of new to the game or just getting back into the game, this might be something you want to check out. I think they're on his Twitch.
They are on his YouTube as well. I went to go find it, and it's taken me a second because I'm a fucking idiot. I was just looking at it.
Yeah. They're in the community media section of Discord.
He
if you
did
want to check
post
them
them
out.
as well, and they are very comprehensive, and especially for guys who like the CISs of the world who are just learning a lot of the stuff about these maps. Like they will go a long, long way.
Hell, even for me, like
Yeah,
I'm still on like
Tony's
scrim
got some
8 on
shit to
Halle
learn here
all
too.
time.
Where'd it
So
go?
yeah, check his stuff out. Good work on that, Corey Price. We look forward to more from that. And
Oh,
first
yeah.
matchup in silver I have is Sleepers versus CIS.
Oh yeah.
And this is probably going to be a little bit of a sleeper steamroll.
Yeah, I would
I
think
have a
so.
feeling.
You know how it is with sleepers. I love those guys. They got so much talent. They play the game all the time. They got great teamwork. They even added another good player to the roster this season. CIS are brand new. They look great, and they have a lot of potential to get better and better and better as the season goes on. But it's still only week 2. It's a map that's kind of fucking dicey in general, let alone for brand new players. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for them to really do much of anything, I think, against sleepers this week. But they could surprise me.
What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I just agree. I mean, Sleepers is such a powerhouse team. CIS is still new, they're still learning stuff. And I think going to a new map like this, in some cases, might give them a little bit of an advantage, where teams haven't had a lot of time to practice it. But Sleepers is just too solid. They've got their shit together.
Exactly.
Yeah, this map may make things a little more even. I don't know how familiar Sleepers is going to be with this map, but obviously CIS is going to be seeing this map for the first time this week.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to go Sleepers there. I'm going to take Sleepers by a few caps, probably 3 on this
Right.
map.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I'd say sleepers by 3 to 5 caps.
Definitely keep your eye on Matt. Definitely keep your eye on Sirio this week, sniping.
Yeah, yeah. And they had Burn
Barinia.
sniping this week.
Oh yeah, Burn was sniping.
So,
If
yeah.
Burn's sniping now, that's kind of crazy.
I'm very interested to see how that goes moving forward, if it was just like a matter of availability or not. But yeah.
And if Riley Staffer is bar carring this week will be interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bar car friendly map in a way.
It is.
If
He
you
could
have a player
absolutely.
that's capable of, doing that. I always think that's just too much pressure.
It doesn't work out often either, historically. So
Yeah.
live by the sword, die by the sword, or by the bar car.
So yeah, that's all of us taking sleepers this week on Halle. Next match, Love Me Not versus Dreamworks.
Oh yeah.
Could be an interesting one here.
That might be an interesting one. I think Dreamworks, after how they looked in their inaugural match back, showing that a few of those guys can frag with the best of them still now, and I imagine that might motivate them to play even just a little bit more, and that could not bode well for Love Me Not. I'm gonna edge towards Love Me Not right now, but if I see Dreamworks scrim like once, then I'm going back and forth a little bit on it.
I think DreamWorks has the roster to surprise Love Me Not,
Yeah.
but I don't think Love Me Not's going to come out flat 2 weeks in a row.
No. They're going to get
So,
their shit together, and they're going to
definitely
figure
gonna
out
get
their
their shit together.
classes. They got to have a set sniper and not be switching off who's going to snipe every week, and just everybody play your class and get into your role, scrim with that role, and that will pay dividends immediately, just having that consistency.
What do you think,
Matt, how do you feel about that shit?
Oh man, I'm going back and forth here.
Right,
And
I am too.
I feel like, the heart's telling me one thing, the head's telling me another.
Yeah.
But I want to pick DreamWorks here.
Ooh.
I like it.
I want to see Rods come in and just go nuts. Just take control of bridge, just be everywhere, be omnipresent around the whole map, and just drop bombs.
And he probably will. He does.
I wouldn't be
that
surprised
naturally.
if you know that Pred either, because
Yeah.
Love Me Not, they could be just in the the pit of Sarlacc right now after that week 1 loss. And I know Colin's not a big fan of Halle.
No.
So
Not one bit.
If he's not inspired, I don't think his team's going to be very inspired this week. They may just be mailing this one in, and this could be an easy upset that we don't even see.
I'll be casting it, assuming it's not at the same time as us, so we'll see it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna take Love Me, Love Me Not. You know, fool me once, can't get fooled again.
Yeah.
Going with that Bushism here.
Perfect.
But let's keep going here. No Go versus Moose Knuckles.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
So with No-Go versus Moose Knuckle, just based on, I mean, Moose Knuckle frag-wise did not look as low as I was expecting them to be heading into that match against Fast Loris, but they still have a lot of room for growth. No-Go looks strong, and they play quite a bit. Everybody seems to have a pretty good grasp on what class they're playing. They all love each other, and that serves a team well in this old-ass broken game. So I'm going to go with No-Go. I'm going to go with No-Go by 3 caps. 100. I'm going to go 115 points to be exact.
yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. I've got No Go by 150 this week, pretty much for the same reasons you said. No Go has a set scrimmage schedule. They have multiple members who are ready to play and are willing to sit for whoever. So there's not a lot of drama with the roster. Matt and Dro run a tight ship, if you will.
They do.
And that's not Knuck and Moose Knuckles at all. I think Bo Janglers has done a great job thus far.
Yeah. Quack Duck looks
leading
great.
his team. Yeah, and if a couple of those guys kind of hit their stride and just get to that silver median, if you will, they're going to be fine.
Absolutely.
We think, Matt.
I like the Moose Knuckles team. They're all like really good guys. They're really chill. But I'm gonna agree with you guys. No Go just has a synergy that you can't compete against. And I'm going to say No Go wins by 169 points.
Nice.
And I have a personal guarantee from Sapphire that she's going to drop 40 at least one half.
That is Babe Ruthing the 40 from Sapphire.
I think
she said that.
On that map, she very well. I think she
on
will.
Halle. And she'll probably be thirding, so that could be a Stoss for
Oh, yeah. Those are the best kind right there, dude.
Wow. So, yeah, I think we're all taking No-Go there. Good luck. Have fun, boys and girls. And Fast Loris is on bye this week, so they're going to get that 150. Congrats, Fast Loris.
They might end up in first place after this week.
Yeah.
They very well could.
2-0.
Fucking stealth, man. It probably sucks for him to not be able to continue with that heat, going straight out for another map, but he'll be fine.
Especially a map like Halle, where he could easily repeat that performance.
Not anymore, I don't think, because everybody apparently just walls Sniper Loft now, and you have 2 feet to move, so you just die to wall shots all day. I don't know when people started doing this, but it's horrific.
Well, he'll probably just strafe in the loft going for no-scopes.
He'll just no-scope you, yeah, that's true.
All right, well, that'll finish up Silver for us this week.
We didn't do the Price is Right versus Washed Up.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's our match of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, how embarrassing. My bad, Price.
Very embarrassing.
We do have you as the match of the week.
Get it.
And the reason I picked this as match of the week is because Washed Up just is coming off, a huge upset win.
Yeah.
And if they even keep this close, I've got them cracking the top 3 in my power rankings.
Yeah,
now,
this is going to tell us a lot.
This could be a blowout for Washed Up losing.
Could be.
But I've got a lot of faith in them right now. Talking to Bullet about their week 1 match, and that team is excited. That team is fired up.
I bet.
And they're not going to be using Insane every week, so it's possible Defrag is even more consistent than Insane.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the one that played instead of him this last week.
Yeah, another good old school player too, so you get the same kind of play style out of him.
On the flip side, Price is Right is stacked. They're coming in this week with, again, no weaknesses on any routes. Bridge is going to have recoil just destroying everyone, in my opinion.
Dropping bombs.
I think Reptar's a sleeper this week to drop some big kills going Bridge.
Yeah, it's a nice straightforward route for an aimer.
And then you got Corey Price, who's probably going to be carring his ass off Bridge.
He'll go streaking for sure.
The interesting routes will be the mountain side of the map, or the heavy routes, if you will. If HXC is going to be unopposed there, this might be over before it began.
It's going to be on Bullet to hold him down.
It's going to be on Bullet and
the War Within.
Yeah. So, and they may even try to send a rifle over there to try and slow him down, because I know they're worried about him right now.
I would.
They think they match up well with Price is Right, but Taylor is the guy that they have no idea what to do with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's kind of the guy you don't want to be not unsure of. You want to make sure you have a good counter for him.
You need a game plan.
I
So
think
yeah, go ahead,
Washed
Matt.
Up is going to need to send 4 people wherever Taylor goes.
Pretty much.
And they might kill him.
Right, and I'm curious, like, you know, on a map like this, do you take Taylor and send him bridge because it's so important over there? You want him patrolling the bridge, or do you, you know, he's a heavy, he stays heavying, and just hope that he can kind of like use that crux to rotate over the bridge when necessary? There's options.
I think Bullet is the X factor here. If he can get a little greasy, like we know he can,
Yeah,
and throw these guys off, and maybe get a couple shots in the back on HXC
can
or
tilt him.
Allen, yeah, you can like just tilt them, and then make them come hunt you because they're pissed
Yep,
and they're not flanking. Then so
that would be
there's
the
I think
plan,
Bullet has the tools to pull this off,
right? That would be what
and
I would do.
he does have Arachnid, so
Also true.
Yeah, there's definitely a world where if Bullet can get under their skin a little bit and Arachnid is doing his part like he did last week, that they could keep this really close and maybe pull an upset.
Yeah,
it
agreed.
is an upset map.
It is, yeah.
It's a lot of ninja potential on this map.
Oh, yeah. So many ways to do it. And Bullet knows how to do that as well as anyone, too, so.
I'm not confident enough to pick the upset, though, unfortunately.
No, me neither.
I'm going to
still-
take the prices right by
yeah.
100.
I'm still going prices right by, yeah, a couple caps.
What do you think, Matt?
I'm gonna say Price is Right by 350.
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
they're pissed they had a bye week on Harrington. They're gonna come out and try to run the numbers up as high as they can go.
That makes sense, especially missing out on Harrington margin of victory wins.
Right,
Like kind of
yeah.
what we mentioned with the points, how the points work in this league. So they will want to throw some points on
Yeah.
the board for sure.
Very true. They want to make up that.
And I'm definitely watching HXC and Arachnid this week on this
Yeah.
map. Probably keep your eye on Corey Price as well.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's
at
going to
going
have a
on
lot of
long
opportunities to
streaks.
drop big frags.
Right.
And
That's
then
gonna be fun.
obviously recoil sniping for Price is Right as well.
Gonna be interesting to see.
I really like watching Secretly and War Within too.
Yeah,
They seem like two
Secretly.
guys that can just kind of pop off.
Right? Secretly's a pro player in another game. Like, that guy's got raw talent coming out his butthole. So, it's just a matter of time before he gets it figured out in DOD and people start to be like, where'd this guy come from? Who's he? And then they find out he's a pro Rainbow Six player, so it makes sense to be good at this easy game.
Bromley as well. It's been
Yeah,
playing-
Bromley's a
played well in
classic,
Harrington.
mid-2000s, late 2000s, upper main invite player. So he's very capable of going off and getting his shit figured out.
So yeah, that's our silver match of
Yeah.
the week. Price is Right versus Washed Up. Hopefully we'll get a time and date on that and get a cast for that one
Yeah.
because I do want to see that one.
You know me, I cast everything that's humanly possible. So
All right, with that, let's go to gold and
gold it up.
try and pinch this one off here.
Yeah.
First off, I got Clinic versus Over, even though
Oh, yeah.
that's not first on the list there. Clinic versus Over. A little worried for Clinic here. They haven't even
Yeah.
played yet, so we're not even sure how they're going to look.
And
but
we've played over on this map, and No Name and Sokka just impossible to deal with.
yeah, they look strong on this map. And I got to say, Clinic's probably like, thanks, scheduler, right out
Yeah.
the gate. TD St. Elmo into Over.
Thanks, Wheel of Names that I
Yeah.
used on that stream.
Thanks,
that fucked
Jaggin.
them. Yeah. They get us on Anzio right after that, too.
Clinic seems to be scrimming some.
They
which is
are.
good.
They're active, and they have the teamwork to match anybody in either division. On this map, though, like that rifle team is such a pain in the ass on Over, and it's going to be tough for anybody to deal with that. Unless you never know with a team with the level of chemistry that Clinic has, they could have a game plan going into this on a way to isolate those guys and try to hold them down. But I gotta go with Over. That's just No Name will get 80 kills because he always does, and that's tough to overcome on a map like this where he's manning that double cap, and anytime you get double cap, he just kills all 3 of you, and then pushes your 1 and kills all 6 of you. So I gotta go over there by I'm gonna say 94.
It sucks that Clinic has to prepare for 2 matches right now, so they can't really focus on one map. They got to
Right.
stay true to Harrington as well because they got this TD St. Elmo match looming.
Yeah.
So just with all that and everything else going against them, I got to go over here. Over on a nice
Yeah.
bounce back week. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. Love the clinic guys a lot, but with them basically having to do back-to-back matches, I think they're gonna keep it close. But I'm gonna take over probably by 40.
Nice. That is very, very. I mean, like the teamwork that Clinic has, like they just know each other so well, and on a map like this, that's very important for the quick rotates coming from between the bridge and the heavy route, and I think that will be what allows them to stay within striking range. It's just a matter of not getting overwhelmed by the no names and the Caffreys and the Sakas and whoever else they might have playing. But I
You're
love
gonna
Clinic.
you're gonna want to watch No Name and Sokka this week for the oversight of the
Yeah.
frags and all the rifles on Clinic, Insom Tom, the Sniper's Carpenter. Those guys
Yeah.
are gonna be going crazy, and I always like to keep an eye on Vic. He's an extremely
Oh,
good
yeah.
heavy.
Vic will do what he needs to do to hold that route down as well as possible. So he ain't
But
afraid.
good luck, have fun to both teams. We're looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Let's keep going here. We got TD St. Elmo versus Slow Loris.
Oh,
Another Slow Loris again, also saying "fuck you" scheduling.
yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
Icy Hot week 1 into TD St. Elmo week 2. That
Oof.
is brutal.
And you know that T3 is scrimming this map. I know for a fact. I've already seen that they've scrimmed at least a few times. They're doing some crazy shit on it. You got to deal with PDX and Leo and Patton and Till and P12 and Bootin. You got all
And
these
I'm gonna
guys.
brother-in-law Slow Loris right now. They're gonna boost into Axis Allied Loft as Axis constantly.
Be prepared for that.
So your sniper, watch your ass. I would even send a rifle up there to make sure, it's clear.
Right? If you
Leo's
hear a
gonna
bunch of
ninja from that
jumping,
position
that's
as
where
much
they're
as he
going.
can.
Yeah. Like,
Or
you gotta
PDX
be
will get up
aware.
there.
Those
Yeah.
like, they try to ninja cap on every map, no matter what, and that is
Clear
like,
your corners.
yeah.
Heavies too.
Seriously. Otherwise, it's gonna get real ugly real fast.
This is a map they thrive on. They rotate really
Yeah.
fast. Till's got the calls when it comes to this map. I don't know how he does it, but he seems to always know when to send someone
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's crazy.
P12 again, best player on minimal play. He's kind of like Bees.
Yeah, very similar in that regard.
So Slow Loris, it's not impossible, but
No, I mean, in
it's
Slow
gonna
Loris
take
has guys who can
take
do it.
some insane performances.
Yeah.
It's an uphill climb for
It
sure.
is, yeah, very
It's
uphill.
an uphill climb with like 16 boulders strapped to your back,
Yeah,
and
and
it's
your
raining.
balls for that matter.
And a bear's chasing you. Or
Yeah.
something, so
And you have no fucking water or food or anything, and you've been out there for 7 weeks and you're dead.
TD St. Elmo is a literal nightmare on this map.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it.
they almost killed Thunder this week.
Oh yeah,
Like I'm not even joking. Like,
he's joking.
it was insane how good they were on this map. Now, granted, we probably came in a little too fun time. We're all having a great time joking around, and then
I was having a migraine, so I wanted nothing to do
Jules
with
starts off like 13-0, and I'm calling it easy win, and then next thing I know, we're losing by 300. So
Yeah. That's how it happens.
You got to be prepared for them on this map, and it's almost impossible. So I'm praying for Slow Loris, but this is probably a 400-point win for TD St.
Yeah,
Elmo.
it's gonna be a very vast differential of points there.
I don't know. What do you think, Matt? Do they have any weaknesses on TD St. Elmo?
Oh man, we played them last night, and when I wanted to quit DoD, like my hand was over the uninstall button. It was
Oh,
close.
no.
Just PDX. I don't know what this guy does. I hope you can cast their match because I really want to know how he can nade break bridge, and then 2 seconds later he's triple killing us at long cap.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's like he
I just-
teleports.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't see them losing this week.
No, or ever
I-
for that matter.
We actually watched a little bit of that scrim
Yeah.
last night, and PDX was... That man will get as dirty as it needs to be. He'll prone on the bridge. He'll prone in these crazy spots where
Yeah.
you can't even see him.
You can't
when
see
you're
him
coming
until
out.
you're dead. Yeah.
And he could see your head.
Yep.
Great design, Ace. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
No,
But-
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
No, it's I think Ace would be the first to tell you the map needs a little work, but
Right.
it's that particular spot he was abusing last night gave me PTSD to our Railroad 2 match versus him. So
Yep.
I had to message Sick afterwards and just, hey, we saw it, you're among friends, you know.
Life is pain.
Our support group meets on Wednesdays.
Yeah. So yeah,
But yeah.
that's Clearly, we all think that TD St. Elmo's taking that by a few hundred.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 200 there.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Do keep an eye on he'll be sniping this week though. If he ends up
Yeah.
sniping, he could have a big week.
And Austin rang for us as well against.
Austin
I
played
think.
pretty well.
Yeah,
against
played
us.
really
He got
well.
a
was sniping,
little
I think.
taste.
Yeah.
Little taste of what's to come.
Yeah,
Austin.
he did say that over and over again. Like, wow, we have to play these fucking guys on this.
Got
map
to play
today.
Icy Hot week 1. Now we play these fucking guys.
So
and
he's prepared.
But yeah, so we got TD St. Elmo over Slow Loris.
Yeah.
And now I actually have 2 match of the weeks this week because just gold is so insane right now. I want to start with Icy Hot versus PMC, aka Pinto Bowl.
The Pinto Bowl 2022.
Pinto Bowl 2022. My God. And last season, I don't even think we got Pinto Bowl. I'm not 100% sure on
PMC against Skull.
Against Skull.
They played each other on Railroad 2. Yeah, that was a thing.
That was week 8?
That was, last week. Yep.
Or weeks, last week, week 7, maybe it was.
Railroad 2. So,
and PMC won that because they stole the number 2 seed.
Yes, they did.
So there's still some, you think Vertex has forgotten about that?
No.
He hasn't, trust me.
Or Bees?
He's coming for
Bees
blood.
hasn't forgotten about that.
They are
that's
coming
why
for
that's
blood.
why I made this match my match of the week is the narratives. This is brother versus brother. This is, sick. I think PMC kind of low-key wanted Sick in the offseason, but they didn't really have a spot for him.
Yeah.
So now Sick's like, okay, you fucked up.
you
you didn't make a spot for me. I'm about to make my own spot.
I'm going to make the spot in your ass.
So I'm excited. I'm sure Matt's excited. This, I think if I'm just calling it the way I feel it, I'm taking Icy Hot. Vertex is on another level right now.
Yeah. We just played Icy Hot last night.
Yeah, we did. We
ringers,
last night. It was close too. I think we barely won.
Did we win? I thought we lost.
Yeah, you guys got us.
I thought we lost.
We had a cap out at the end.
Oh yeah, J-Rod just ran and got the flag, or else we did lose. That's why I felt like we lost.
But I thought Icy Hot played Halle pretty well in that scrim. I think you guys had a ringer. Didn't have your full starting 6, shocker, but still thought you guys played really well.
With no Vertex, so
We scrimmed PMC once on that map, and it was usual chicanery. There was some lighting going on on their end, so it's kind of hard to gauge how they're going to play this map from that. But just going off my gut feeling, Vertex and PB and Paul Kuhn should be a very strong bridge team. And Element if he ends up over there.
Well, just no Vertex on PMC.
I'm sorry, not Vertex. CK.
He's sick fuck.
Switch that. CK, PB, and Element, Paul Kuhn. That's
Pintoist. He confuses the two Pintos for one another. Jeez.
I formally apologize. On the flip side, Icy Hot's also got an insane bridge team.
Yes. It's going to be a real heavyweight matchup on that route.
Just from that, it makes me think this is coming down to Mountain, to the heavies.
Yeah.
Modgerstown, if you will.
Yep.
So.
And Kanga, and I can tell you, I was getting killed by those guys a whole lot.
Having scrimmed both heavy sets, I'm definitely giving the edge to Icy Hot.
Let's go.
I like Kanga Heaving. I didn't think I would. At first, I thought that was a mistake. Now I'm thinking it's genius because Bees can just do whatever the fuck he wants, apparently. So
I never make wrong calls, sir.
It'll be interesting to see what you guys do. I don't want to release any potential strats, but I have heard there might be some innovation going on over at Icy Hot.
We've got some stuff in the works.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to keep my eye out, see if you guys actually do what I've been hearing you're thinking about doing, because I'm excited if you do. But that's neither here nor there. I'm taking Icy Hot I'm going to take him by 80 points.
I said 73, so I'll go with that.
You guys know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the dirt.
In the dirt. In the ground. 6
and this
feet
could
up.
easily be your second place team last season starting 0-2.
Yeah, which is crazy.
All jokes aside, I think they're going to give us a run for our money. It should be a super good match. It should be super fun, ton of kills.
Right, they should have a fire lit under them too after a tough loss in week 1.
And Nine and Crod work a lot better together than Crod and Kaboom.
Yeah. just having that potential for, getting pissed and kind of starting to not really care. It doesn't bode well in matches in particular. So I think just having the original 6 back together will make a difference as well.
Yeah, and this is a map where Element could, like carbine off route or something,
Yeah.
and start throwing wrenches in the machine like crazy, and you don't know what you're doing because he's carbining and he's got 30 kills.
Yeah.
Everyone's tilted.
Although with those-
Element's insane.
Yeah.
Element will remain my, X factor for PMC pretty much this whole season, just because if he's on, they've got a chance.
Well, look what he did against Over on Shamil last season. He clutched it out on the first flag with a 4K, and the Jaginator turned upside down, and they won.
Even against Thunder, like Granding Mountain,
Yeah.
that was strong.
He was their best player by a lot.
If he probably just had a little more practice at that, and they maybe had a little more practice overall on Harrington, like that's a good strat for them if they're struggling with doing a missionary 2-2-2.
Yep.
Or
They're going with the
1-3-2.
old school style. Grand Mountain Bar mid.
That's our first match of the week, and again, we are taking Icy Hot in a close win.
Very close.
And that'll bring us to our second match of the week,
Oh,
and that will be Thunder versus Typical.
Hashtag typical worst to first, and this is the second
This match
step in
is
that.
at 3 Eastern Sunday.
Yep, I will not be shoutcasting unless John wants to play, in which case, please, John, play. Please.
No, Corey won't be shoutcasting.
I want nothing to do with this.
He'll be playing in the match, despite his best efforts this whole week to
I
bench
look
himself.
forward to being walled over and over and over again while I move 2 feet by 2 feet, attempting to avoid the wall shots.
But I think right now I want to hear what Matt has to say. So Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you think?
Man, these are what I would consider 2 of the best teams in gold. And I don't know who would be the favorite here. Like, to me, you guys on Thunder, you practice pretty consistently. Seems like you're always on. I don't know how much Typical actually scrims. But as far as synergy and everything goes, I would want to lean toward you guys. But Milo scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that makes 3 of us.
The few times that I've played against him recently, he still has his weird Canadian internet thing where he's like peeking the left side of a window and then all of a sudden he's on the right and he's headshotting you standing up and like you don't know what happened. You're just dead. You're in spectate mode.
It's so weird.
That dude's insane. Their whole team's insane.
Yeah.
They just have lockdown rifles, lockdown players. It's going to be a super good matchup, and it 100% would be my match of the week too. I think just based off scrimming and everything, I'm going to pick you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to take Thunder by 1 point.
Ooh, I like it.
That is as close as it gets. I hope
if
it's a 1-point victory, I'm going to be dancing in the street.
I hope we lose by 1 point.
If we lose by 1 point, I'm going to be dead in the street.
Pissed.
So big swings. Yeah, there's just so much firepower on both sides, and like Nightmare, this is such a nightmare map. It is going to be a nightmare at Bridge. So have fun, Thunder Rifles and Sniper.
Yeah, I will
be showing up. And we've actually scrimmed them last week before we kind of realized this, so we play week 2.
Yeah.
And it was very close. And I think they barely won.
I believe so.
Now, we didn't have Jules.
Right.
But they didn't have someone who was good. I think maybe Cage. They were missing a starter as well. So it wasn't really a great gauge, if you would. But it was still very close. And Milo, like you said, was going crazy. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. So
we had 2 ringers, and they had Die Life, who I think is technically a backup.
Yeah, Die Life in place of
probably Baron, I would say.
Yeah.
What's exciting to me is both of you guys just have players that at any point could just kill 6 people and cap out.
Yeah, there's plenty of potential for crazy shit to pop off.
Like, Dorito could do that, Jules could do that, really any of you guys could do that. Anybody on any team, just at any point, if they hit the right place at the right time, they can just pop off and change the whole map.
Yeah, I love that aspect of things. Seeing that, like, with Rods doing it in the Sleepers match the other night, it was just like, what? 5 kills in 5 seconds. And you got a lot of that in this matchup. Literally, like, anybody in the server can do that at any given point in time, and it's scary.
The only thing that excites me this week is that maybe we're all a little noobish on this map, so
Hopefully.
it won't be as airtight as like playing T3, who apparently built this map, was born on this
Apparently,
map.
yeah.
So
We did
I am
lose
kind
by
of looking
like
forward
60,
to that.
by the way, in that
Oh, they
scrim.
beat us by
But it was
60.
a little, we had Lurf playing,
Yeah, we had Lurf
sniping. I don't
and
know who this
JN.
heavy is. Oh, it was Yanni, okay.
Yeah.
So
Who
no
played,
Dorito, no
both played
Jules.
fine, but obviously aren't Dorito and
Right,
Corey
yeah.
Marco, or Jules and Corey Marco.
Still, we lost, so, and I expect the same thing to happen again.
Oh yeah, they beat us handily, in my opinion. That like I was having a meltdown per usual.
Of course.
So
I was
I'm looking
also
forward to it.
rifling and not sniping, so I wasn't stuck in a loft that's 2 feet by 2 feet where I'm just getting walled from 4 places at once, and everybody on the bridge can see my head at all times. There's no protection, so, you know. Different strokes.
Yeah. And again, that's at 3 Eastern. So
Yes.
Thunderverse typical, good luck, have fun. We're looking forward to it.
Whoever wants
And that's
to
it.
Dodcast it, take it. Yeah,
That's the
those
last
are the
match,
predictions.
boys.
How long did we go?
How long did we hit?
1 hour,
So
5
long.
minutes.
1 hour 5. You know, middle finger to the haters, because it's going as long as I want it to go.
Suck
week.
it, Jules.
Maybe we'll get some timestamps for you.
Yeah,
but
we'll time.
don't count on it. You're gonna have to listen to the whole thing.
Deal with it.
A huge thanks to Modgers
Yes,
coming on with us this
for
week.
sticking it out for an hour.
Hey, I just appreciate you guys for doing this, and thanks for having me.
Definitely gonna have to have you back soon.
Yes.
You're
Anytime, big boys.
Our preferred guest right here.
And again, if you're listening and you don't even know what the hell we're talking about, get in the 1.3 Discord. I think we're gonna try and put a link to that on these videos going forward.
We should.
And yeah, get back in here. Get in a 12-man. Find a team for KTP. Rosters are still unlocked. You can still join a team right now.
DoD's alive, baby. 2022.
And I think we will be back. We might be doing 2 episodes next week, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to hopefully do a state of the game episode where we just kind of talk about what's coming up. As far as some new maps, some new drafts in the future, maybe. I don't know. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Corey, any last words?
Always a pleasure to stand here with 2 boys, chilling, talking DoD.
KTP.
KTP. Peace.